Hello friend, welcome back. This is part two of a little series that I'm doing to help you understand what's going on in the current online business market with social media shifts and the economy, and exactly what you can be doing right now to innovate, to increase your engagement, build trust with your audience, and convert to more sales and take control back over your business's growth and trajectory and momentum. I promise you that there are so many things that you can be doing to take back control of your business's success today. I know times may be challenging right now for a lot of business owners, but what I shared in my first video breaks down what is happening in the online business market so you can really understand on a deep and holistic level what is happening, what kind of the effects are of the economic and social media shifts. My last video, I help you kind of understand what the symptoms are from that and what you can be doing specifically to remedy those symptoms. And now today we're going to be taking it even deeper, and I'm going to be breaking down what you can be doing to innovate. And I'm breaking down these innovations into three categories: offers, marketing, and visibility strategy, because these are kind of the main categories that I'm seeing needs for innovation in right now. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Kait Visser, and I'm an online business coach and mentor going into my 6th year with 10 years of entrepreneurial experience. And I help online business owners grow and scale their online businesses with a holistic and strategic approach. I help you build an expansive brand and scalable business model and offers, and help you bridge the gap between the audacity of your dreams and your big, scary growth goals with helping you step into your embodied CEO self and creating holistic solutions for your strategies in your business. By the way, if you didn't already catch it on the last video, I just launched new sliding scale holistic strategy intensives. My business coaching intensives are usually $597 for a single session because the work that I do is really valuable and it really, really helps you and your business. My clients get mad results. But because I know things are a little different right now in today's economy, I wanted to create an opportunity for a limited amount of time and a limited amount of people who are serious about their business, dedicated to their growth, and who are ready to co-strategize with me, implement what they learn, and take action to see results inside of a holistic strategy intensive. You can head over to Instagram below or on the QR code here, or you can just click right below here. I have a highlight on my page where you can learn more about my holistic strategy intensives. They're starting at just $99. Go into Calendly, pick a date where you want to have your session and the time. From that, I will email you. From there, I will get to know more about you, your business, where you're currently at. We will discuss a rate that is right for you and meets you with your budget right now. Once we agree on that, we will lock in your service with an agreement. Then we will outline our strategic plan for your intensive day and what we're going to cover on our call. This can be either via Zoom or Voxer. Take advantage of the Holistic Strategy Intensive if you want a direct solution for your online business right now, with exactly what you need to bridge the gap between you and the sales that I know you can be making. So we've talked about what's going on, explaining how it's affecting you, how it's affecting everyone, the symptoms of how that's manifesting, what is that causing, and then what we can be doing to remedy what's going on in the online business space. Now I want to take it a step further and really help you understand the specific pivots that you should be making in your online business. In last video, I talked about that there's these symptoms happening from this kind of I want to call it a disease, the 2024 business panoramic. I don't want to say the word panini, you know what I mean?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It's like a business panoramic, a business panini, a business disease that's going on online and in social media. And there's these symptoms happening. And we've got to learn how to remedy those symptoms. And some of those remedies were things like building trust, speaking to people where they're at, giving them hope, innovating your sales strategy, your pricing plan, different things like that, right? But overall, within this year, in the next couple of years, I think the business landscape is going to change for good. This is going to be scary to some. I think a lot of people are going to quit their businesses. I think this can be really empowering to some. I think a lot of good things are going to come out of this, but I really want you to take into account what I'm saying today, because I truly believe that 99.9% of us are going to need to innovate, especially if you are in a high competition and oversaturated industry. Now is the time for deepening your brand clarity. Now is the time for brand diversification. And now is the time for innovating with your business model. I don't want you to get too overwhelmed with everything that I'm throwing at you. So I'm going to have another video after this where I'm going to break down in really simple terms. Okay, this is everything you just learned after you watched all these videos. Now here's exactly where to start so you don't feel like you're going crazy. But I got to help you understand what's happening and where we need to be innovating. Then we're going to work together on a strategic action plan on what you can be implementing first. Does that sound good? Okay, cool. So the very first thing I want to talk about is how you can be innovating with your offers. And this is for you whether you have a product or a service. So the biggest thing that I am seeing people say is the solution for your online business right now is primarily I'm seeing people say to build one signature core offer. This doesn't really take into account like brands or product-based businesses. It's not the best advice. I understand people are talking about to like, coaches or service providers, but this is not going to work for everyone. Not everyone wants one core signature offer. Not everyone has one core signature offer. Not everyone is at that point in their business yet where they're like, I know what I can provide and I'm really good at this. Or like, I'm a coach and my services are really personalized. So like, I don't have one highly marketable, brand niched, like core signature offer. So I want to explain why people are suggesting this, why this may be effective. I need you to understand the intentionality behind this and how you can innovate your offer suite right now to meet where the market is at and where the economy is at. This is going to be a good thing for you. And I just want to say to any of you who have resistance to niching down or having one core signature offer, I totally understand. I am a multi-passionate myself. I have ADHD, so I am an extremely creative person. I have an expansive brand. My brand is much more of a personal brand, and I'm always going to talk about lots of different things, and I help people with a lot of different things in their businesses. But I had to do this work myself and really understand what is shifting and how I can start to find my top-down brand messaging, which we will talk about in a moment, so that all these expansive things that I'm offering and all of my gifts and tools that I have to offer people can be utilized. So I really want to invite you to know that I'm not telling you to say that you have to like change who you are, or you can't be expansive, or you can't be multi-passionate, or you can't, learn and grow in your business model. Like you can never launch a new offer. Hell no, because I know that's like the most unrealistic advice for most business owners. But what I want you to understand in very simple terms is that people are suggesting to niche down to one core signature offer right now because of the issues with trust, with oversaturation, with lack of trust and being ready to buy, with the economy. And when you niche down to one core signature offer, what solution does this bring to your business? The solution would be, it would create a lot more clarity in my messaging, and it would really single out exactly who I'm speaking to. I would be speaking to probably one customer, one kind of ideal client or customer. We have to understand the intentionality behind things. One core signature offer might evoke more trust, might create more clarity, and might have a better chance with attracting specific new audience members, like being more visible to them, being more direct to them, so they're more willing to follow you, and they know that you have a solution for them. But again, this is not going to be a solution for most people. So whether you want to niche down to one core signature offer right now, or take another approach, which I'm going to explain in a moment, you need to understand that the goal is right now to be building trust and to get people through the door of your brand. Everything is about building trust right now. So your primary focus in your offer suite right now with online business space, whether you have products, services, or even high ticket services, is to focus on brand experience and trust building offers and funneling offers first. Before you go, great, Kate, that's the advice I need. I'm going to go create a low ticket masterclass and sell that for the next month. and then we'll be good. No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you really need to stand out in your industry. You've got to be known for something. And if you don't know that one thing, like you have one core signature transformation or one really amazing product that stands out yet, that's okay. You don't actually have to have that yet. But what you do need to know is what is unique about you, your brand, your work, the solutions you want to provide and you can provide, what is unique and special about your product or so valuable about it, and really honing in your offer suite and getting people through the door with one core signature kind of brand portal that's going to build trust with them, that's going to get them to your next offers. So I want you to understand that the barrier to entry is bigger now. So when there wasn't as much competition, people were more willing to try different offers at different price points. They were willing to, you know, I don't want to say this in a weird way, but like get in bed with more people. But it's like, think about dating. This is a really good analogy. Think about dating. So like maybe I went through a breakup and I was ready to get back in the dating landscape. And so I got on Tinder. And then I went on one date. It was kind of okay. And then I went on another. And I was like, yeah, it was okay. I don't think that's my guy. And then I go on another. And then it was like really traumatic. Maybe he was like really weird. And then maybe I went on another. Maybe it was also traumatic. Maybe I went on another. Maybe he stood me up. And so now I'm less willing to go on more dates. Now I'm less willing to be more vulnerable to even going on the app altogether. So you have to really think about your business in that sense. What is your client either on a B2C or a B2B level experiencing? How can we get them to go on a date with you and your brand again? So sometimes it might be actually too much in today's economy, today's marketing landscape, to ask them to go on a date with you or start dating you. Maybe some of you are like cold pitching altogether and you're driving people away and you're asking people to basically marry you on the first date, and that's why you're driving people away. But how can your audience be willing to even want to date and be willing to go on a date with you? Does that make sense? Think about this. So for me as an online business coach, why might people be willing and trusting to even working with a business coach at all anymore? What they have experienced, and I don't have to like save everyone or convince them that I'm good enough or that I'm not a fraud or something in a bit of a sketchy industry, in an industry that has a lot of people that have given it a bad name. But I can start to build my brand trust and reciprocity, and I can point out specifically like why my work is legit. You're actually going to see me do this in the next couple weeks. I'm be posting videos. Like I thought of a really fun video. I'm going to literally react to clients' testimonials. I think that's such a fun thing to do. And also, they're so good. Like I can't wait to tell some of the stories to you about some of these clients, because I want to show you like this is exactly what I've done with my clients and like this is why it works. So like again, a lot of these things you can have fun with. But when it comes to this offer model pivot, there's different approaches that you can start out with. And I'm keeping this really broad right now because I don't know your business yet and I don't know specifically what's going to be right for you. That's why booking a holistic strategy intensive would be the best option for you, because then we can help you understand how to make this pivot and this transition really strategic and seamless for your own business. But basically what I want you to understand is that instead of using all of your marketing runway, all of your stage time to be marketing, let's say in 1 month or in 1 quarter, let's say you're a coach, your masterclass, and then your membership, and then your mastermind, and then your one-on-one coaching. And maybe you're following a traditional launch trajectory of going like, free class, waitlist, and then launch, and then one-on-one coaching. Maybe you're, following the traditional launch timeline. Maybe you're selling multiple offers and you think that's the solution. What I want you to understand is you can still sell all those things. But again, you got to figure out what is the brand direction that you're taking people, what is your brand message, what is your UVP, and how can we get people to want that, know they want it, know they can trust you to do that, and get them to want to go into a brand portal that you offer and want to stay in that brand portal. So your job right now is to build trust with people, not necessarily sell. You can sell and you will sell more offers if you sell more, but this is actually something you're going to see me again, myself, pivoting right now, is I'm actually kind of dialing it back on how much I'm selling It's not that I'm selling offers at all, but you're going to see me selling a lot more in my content because right now my job is to rebuild trust with a lot of you. Girl, I walk it like I talk it.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. This is hot. That's hot. That's hot.
And so how you can start to formulate this brand portal for your own offer is thinking about creating a membership or focusing solely on a membership from which then people can upgrade, or you have VIP or like different tiered offers where they can access your different programs or offerings through the membership tiers. You just need a way for people to get in through the door. You may lead with a temporary market test of something like I talked about in last video of a loss leader product. That can be something really strategic to try out right now. Like that would be a really fun experiment for you, especially if you have a service or coaching business. But for the long-term solution, things like memberships, one core signature offer, or some kind of initial brand experience that people can really get to know and trust your membership with, from which they can graduate into your next offers through, is going to be a really beneficial strategy to pivot to and to focus on. Now, this is why I'm saying that like one core signature offer or this like very broad solution is not going to work for everyone, because some of you are product-based business owners and some of you who are coaches or service providers, you're not going to have a membership. But you can get creative here, and you may be thinking like, oh, I'm not going to have membership. Maybe not in the traditional sense you may think of. Maybe you have a subscription. Maybe you have a subscription service. Maybe you have some way that people can sign up to get a taste of your work and to begin building trust with them. That is the main thing that you need to be pivoting on and focusing on right now, is figuring out what is your potent brand vibe and what is the brand portal that you need to get people through that are going to then know you better, like you better, trust you more, and then be able to trust to join the next offers, and then do a good job on those next offers where they want to join the next, or they tell other people about them. So this is actually something I am pivoting to as well. I had a successful membership for like 2 years, but I closed it in 2022 because I started a rebrand, and I'm finally now starting to get some of the clarity that I may be opening a new membership myself. You will see. I'm really excited about it. But I experienced in my own membership, this is just something that I started to kind of organically do. I started to see how it's so much easier to book high ticket one-on-one clients or sell programs when people were already in my membership. So I actually just shared a testimonial today on Instagram from a gal who joined literally my $10,000 coaching package, who joined my membership. At the time, the membership was only $24.99. That's kind of crazy, right? You might not think like $24 can lead to $10,000 in sales. But when you really do a good job in your low ticket offers, especially for coaches and service providers, and you can show people why they can trust you and lead them to that next solution in an empowered way, sales can happen so much easier. Now, if you're a product-based business owner, I would actually be really curious to know if like you would like me to do any like innovations for you, because I actually would have a lot of fun with this. So if you are a product-based business owner, comment below what you do and if you'd like me to create a offer innovation for you. I think this would be really fun, a fun challenge for me. But just to think of some ideas and examples, you can create something like your own membership, something like a subscription, something like a box that people can get, or a sampler product. There's so many different ways that you can still be innovating if you are a brand or a product owner to get people through the door. So let's say when maybe I'm a first-time customer to your online Etsy store and I'm buying earrings from you. Maybe if I'm a first-time customer, if I buy a pair of earrings, I get a second pair for free. That would be an awesome offer. Like, I don't know a lot of people are offering that, if not at all. And you can totally still offer things like, you know, that 10% off, 20% off when I sign up for your email list. Or what if you offered like a welcome box when people buy from you for the first time? So it might not be a pivot to like a full-blown, like, I have to change my whole Etsy shop or whatever into a subscription box. You don't necessarily have to do that. Might be a good idea. But I want you to think about what's just going to get people through the door to create trust with them. And beyond that, really focus on the products that you want to be known for and you are most passionate about. So with everything that I'm saying, I might be saying like, what do you want to be known for? And what's like the biggest problem you solve or the best product you have? Whatever you're focusing on, and really kind of like, I want to say niching down to, but like really, really creating that potent vibe around your own unique value proposition. Make sure it's something that you are super passionate about and that you can see yourself creating long term or serving in long term, because whatever is your dopamine direction, whatever you're most passionate about, is what's going to gear you towards sales. It's going to be what you organically and most naturally want to create content on. And that's a huge piece too that we have to acknowledge. So I think you kind of have two options right now. Either one, focus on your primary marketing being about one offer and one core message, or two, really focus on the primary of your marketing, maybe not all of it, but the primary of it, be to promote and get people through the door a brand experience offer, which I want to say be something like a subscription or a membership. With that being said, something that you can do right away, especially if you don't want to pivot to a subscription or membership model, if you don't have a signature offer yet, or you want to test things out first, try something out like a loss leader product. Try something out like a free offer. Try something out like a free class. Offer something for free. Give a tour, behind the scenes, do an open house, give a sample. Basically think about, how can I create a funnel offer that's going to get people through the door? This could be literally something you can create in one day or literally 1 hour. So I want you to know that, again, there are things that you can be doing to make quick pivots and make quick changes that could really affect your sales in a positive way. It doesn't always have to be like, well, oh crap, there's these big changes happening and I don't know, if I need to niche down to one core signature offer or build a membership, like I don't know what I should do yet, and that seems like so much work. Think about like, what is in the most control right now? What are you the most in control of, and what do you need to make happen right now? And like really focus on those now solutions, because you can be focusing on the now solutions while still in the back end be slowly building out these back end things that are going to create these more longer term solutions like subscriptions or memberships or things like that. You know what I mean? I always say, you know what I mean, like way too much. So I apologize if I repeat myself.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
I told you.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
You know what
I
I'm
said
saying?
that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I
You
said
know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
In terms of marketing, this is a really big pivot that I am seeing a lot of people do. This is something that I recommend most of you do. This is something I'm going to be doing. And this is something I'm actually going to have an offer on. One of my core signature offers in my rebrand will be around part of this solution, which I'm really excited about. And this is something that I can help you with directly. This marketing thing I'm about to cover, as well as the offer pivots inside a holistic strategy intensive, which you can book below, starting with a sliding scale rate of just $99. So right now, just as with the one core offer or brand experience offer, really building trust and just getting people through the door, we have to think about how we can remedy as well our marketing. So right now, what is really working in marketing is leading with kind of one core signature message. And again, why would we be doing this? Because a lot of people are struggling with engagement. They're struggling with lack of visibility, and less people are willing to trust or buy than ever. When people are showing up to your social media page, or when they're finding you on social media, you need to make sure that the content that you're putting out is really clear, really direct, and really potent about exactly who you're here for, problem you solve, or the product you offer, what it's going to do for them, why it's so valuable to them, what they desire about it. This doesn't mean you can't share personal content or personal branding content or ever talk about anything other in your marketing, but it needs to have a consistent brand vibe, brand potency, and be part of an overarching story. So for example, you are going to see me implementing this more in my own marketing on Instagram. If you're not already following me, you can scan this QR code here, or I'll have my Instagram link below. I am Kait Visser on Instagram, but you're going to see me start to pivot my marketing as well in real time. And I'm still figuring this out, these pieces. It's a big undertaking. Like, figuring out some of these things is honestly mental gymnastics. So I have been getting some outside support and mentorship myself to make these pivots myself, so I can really walk what I talk. Like, I always hire help from myself too. But you're going to see me, instead of talking about like branding maybe for one quarter and then like talking about launching and then doing a launch course or something and pivoting between my different like impact pillars and content pillars in my business, I'm really going to now have one core overarching message. So this is actually a good thing. And at first I was resistant to this, but now I'm actually really excited about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it made me realize even more exactly who I want to be here for and who I don't want to be here for. So something that I actually struggled with that I didn't do super strategically in my last membership was my membership was called the Conscious and Creative Entrepreneur Society. It was kind of just like a general business school, but it was for people who are more conscious and creative, more mindful, more change driven. And I offered trainings that really appealed to that specific market because my brand at the time, I was branded around like ethical marketing, conscious business. I basically was saying that I help entrepreneurs who give enough make the big bucks. And so that offer worked for that brand. However, it wasn't super scalable because I attracted a lot of people who were really kind of almost against marketing and sales, which wasn't my intention because I actually love sales and I love marketing, but that was my fault in my marketing. And so I did have a lot of really awesome people in my membership, but a lot of them were not geared for growth. I am someone who's geared for growth. So I often found sometimes in my membership community and in our mastermind calls that a lot of people were really resistant towards growth and resistance towards strategy, which ultimately was part of the reason why I closed that. But it wasn't their fault. It was my fault. And I had to take accountability for that. And so I had to realize, like, why didn't I love some of those aspects about my membership? And from this, I realized even more who I'm here for and who I'm not for. So that requires me to be brave and me to be more transparent in my marketing. So I'm actually really excited to integrate more of this into my messaging. And so far, what it is looking like is I'm definitely be talking about being more for people who want to grow their online businesses, who are focused on growth, sales strategy, and scaling. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to help you do. I'm here to help you make sales, grow your business, and scale. And even more specifically for people who want to scale to multiple six figures and beyond in their online business. I want to work with people who are visionaries. I want to work with people who are driven. I want to work with people who have a vision for growth in their brand impact, in their influence, and in their sales. I don't have time to be on calls and like contemplate with people whether they should be showing up to their business or whether they should be selling or marketing or owning the F out of their work. Like, of course you should. That shouldn't even be a conversation when we're getting on a call. I just want to get to brass tacks and I want to help you feel more empowered. I want to help you believe in yourself more, and I want to get down nitty gritty and get to the strategy, right? I want to get to work because I want to help you get results quicker. And that's fine if a lot of you out there are like still unsure about your businesses or you're not really geared for growth. My page not be for you then. And there's lots of other people out there that help maybe newer business owners or people who don't want to focus on growth in business. That's totally fine. But if you're a business owner, you are here to make sales. So for example, now how I'm implementing this is you're going to see me talking about kind of one main persona, one main story, one main kind of personal brand embodiment. A lot of my brand messaging is a lot of my own personal story and who I am and what I believe in. Like, I am someone that's super driven, super ambitious. I am geared for growth. I'm really into health and personal development. I love business and I love strategy, and I am someone who's geared for growth in my business. And so I want to talk to those people. Now I'm going to be getting more specific with this in my actual marketing, but that's just a sample and help you understand like how I'm kind of taking these pillars and structuring them underneath my kind of umbrella messaging. Something I'm going to be teaching in a new program is actually understanding this in kind of a diamond faceted way, and how your offers and your impact pillars kind of become a kaleidoscope when you amplify and illuminate that diamond. So that is just a sample of how you can start to kind of think of this. With that top-down core messaging, you can also start to think about what is the overall message that I want people to say yes to and I want them to be about, so that when people find me, they're like, yes, subscribed, add to cart. They add you and your brand to the cart of their brain. They subscribe to your brand before they're even subscribed, before they even buy from you. What is that top-down messaging that you can be focusing on? Because something with top-down messaging you need to understand as well is that messaging can float down, but it can't float up. This essentially means that as a business coach, I could be talking to people who maybe want to start their online businesses and maybe make their first $5,000, $5K a month. But I may also help business owners who are focused on growth and scaling. So if I spend a lot of my marketing time talking to the people who are new in business, it's going to be hard for that messaging to float up. But if I'm talking to them about, hey, are you someone who's geared for growth and you want these solutions and you want to know how to book more clients? So maybe more broader messaging, and I'm talking about like kind of those visionary down the line results, that messaging can float down. Does that make sense?
You know what I'm saying?
And this isn't just for business coaches. You can do this whether you have a product or service-based brand or business, which again would be a wonderful reason why you can sign up for Holistic Strategy Intensive with me below, so we can innovate and strategize this for your own brand and business. The last thing I want to cover with you really quickly today is visibility strategy. How can you be innovating with this? Again, there's going to be different strategies that are right for different businesses. And again, applying more visibility strategy may not fix a lot of the foundations you may be struggling with right now. So something we can do in a Holistic Strategy Intensive is we can add on a content audit and a brand audit and even a website audit if you want. And I will actually go through and show you where the gaps are in your messaging and marketing, so that when we work on your visibility strategy, you're not lagging in these foundations. And when we create more visibility, it's going to actually lead to more sales, because a larger following and more eyes on you does not always lead to more sales. Fun fact, did you know that actually right now I have been removing followers from my Instagram? This is something I actually encourage you to do, but slowly and over time, because I don't want your Instagram to get flagged. And so what you can be doing is actually remove ghost followers, inactive followers, or unideal followers. Because when your Instagram content gets pushed out, it's going to show it to a small percentage of your following. If that small percentage is people who are ghost followers, who are unideal, to me, that's just taking up seats that need to be occupied by people that really should be there. You know what I mean? So far, it seems like this is improving my engagement a little bit on Instagram. And I actually really feel for people who have 20,000 or 100,000 followers, because a lot of those would be really unideal people and could be totally killing their engagement. So having a bigger following isn't always a good thing. So the first thing you need to understand with your visibility is you need to understand where the gaps are. So there is a lot you can innovate with, but before you focus on those innovations, you need to go back to the foundations and where the gaps are. But some of the things that you can be doing to boost your engagement and become more visible to more ideal clients and customers is posting more video content, more reels. I really want you to think about your reels and your short form videos, like on Instagram and on other social media platforms, is kind of your lead attractors and those samplers of your brand. Just like we were talking about those brand portal and brand experience, those entry level offers, think about this as your snacking and your entry level content. And then more of your traditional content and maybe your free offers or your samples or your actual entry level products is the actual meal. More video content will help your business. More businesses need to convert to video-based content. Of course, we could dive into the strategies around that, but I'm just going to make this broad for today. Secondly, you might consider diversifying your marketing right now. So if right now, Facebook or Instagram is your primary and only marketing platform, your business most likely is going to be hurting. So I want you to think about maybe Instagram as, even if it is still your primary marketing platform, which it still is mine at this point of Q2 of 2024, think of it more like your home base, more like your office, and more like your blog. So we really want to be driving more traffic to that. Same goes with like your Facebook, if that's your primary platform. But a lot of us are struggling to get more eyes on our content. We're struggling to make more sales, get more people through the door, or even reach the people that were already in our audience because of a lot of algorithm changes. So what we need to be doing is, one, driving traffic from other platforms, especially owned content platforms like YouTube, where your subscribers will for sure see your content if they're subscribed, and email back to your Instagram and driving new traffic to your Instagram, your main owned content platform. So you're going to need to innovate your content strategy, most likely this spring or summer. And again, innovating your content strategy and your visibility strategy doesn't have to be something overwhelming. I really recommend that you focus on innovating and expanding onto one new platform at a time. And there's still a lot you can do with the main platform that you're on right now. So I know a lot of people will do this like pendulum swing of, they're like, oh my gosh, my Instagram engagement is low. Screw Instagram, I'm going over to TikTok. And they play around on TikTok for a while, but you still have so much of an audience on Instagram or maybe on your Facebook page already that you can still utilize and tap into but maybe you just need to rethink your strategy about it. And a lot of these visibility strategies or content strategy shifts, you need to actually create a marketing test plan that you can collect data from so you actually know if this is going to work. So again, this is why working with a business coach and a mentor is so effective, because we can create this for you with a strategy intensive below. But having one primary content platform is probably not going to be sustainable for most business owners these days, especially with a lot of platforms like Instagram now talking about having a lot of paid options. It's going to be more important than ever that you're building your presence on those owned content platforms like YouTube or email so that you can ensure that your content is reaching people, and also expanding onto platforms like TikTok where you can be boosting your visibility. TikTok's algorithm is awesome. You get so much more visibility. I love TikTok. And I do think that it is so worth it to be building an audience on there, because guess what? If you're using TikTok properly, and if it's only around for, let's say, another 3 or 6 months, you could potentially grow your email list or grow your Instagram and remain visible and get people onto those at least own content platforms of yours while it's available, if it does go away. So I think it's worth it. Secondly, I do think someone's probably going to buy it, so I would hate for you to miss out on that visibility and growing your other platforms and driving sales just because you weren't sure. And you are going to see more of me on TikTok. And I also have my TikTok below. I already have a TikTok. I've been growing it for a couple years on and off, but I am going to make that part of my marketing strategy more consistently this year. Okay, I could teach you so much more, but today's video is already super long. The last video is super long because I just have so much that I can teach you and help you with, because I want you to succeed in your online business. Again, if you are ready to break down these innovative strategies with a strategic plan that's going to work for you in your online business to meet your growth and sales goals, you can book a holistic strategy intensive below. I'm offering them for a sliding scale rate for a limited time and a limited amount of people, starting at just $99. Take advantage of the sliding scale holistic strategy intensive below. I can't wait for you to finally understand what you should be doing to focus on innovating and to get back in an empowered place so you can work on what you really need to be working on in your business and know that what you're focusing on is actually going to drive results and work for the changing times. All right, there's going to be one more video of this series where we'll be breaking down in really, really simple terms all these innovations and changes and kind of focusing on phases and what I would suggest focusing on first, with really mindfully integrating these pivots. And again, if you want more of my content, follow me on Instagram or TikTok below. And I also have a free strategy alignment guide that you can get right away, a free PDF. And I also have a free masterclass that I recently hosted, the Next Level Brand Identity Shift, which you can also sign up for below. Okay, friend, hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.